I'm Arnab Bonik, roll number 20BDS0038. I'll be presenting on the topic of red-black trees. So this is what a red-black tree looks like. It's a binary tree and it has some special properties apart from being just a binary tree. So let us go through them. The first one, it is a self-balancing tree. So whenever we insert a node to it, according to its properties, it self-balances itself. Now each node has an extra bit representing its color. In the normal binary search tree, what we just get a node with its left and right children and the data it holds. But in this tree, each node also has a color. The third property is that the root element is always black. So the start of the tree starts always with a black node. Every external node or the leaf node is black. So that is one property. The child of a red node is always black. Now a red node cannot have a red child. A red node always has a black child. And all the external nodes have the same black depth. This property is very important for maintaining its self-balancing nature. Now, these are few examples of trees. Let us see if they are red-black trees or not. So in this example, the root node is black. The children of red nodes are black, so those properties hold. Now let us see the black depth. For this external node, the black depth is 1. For this external node, the black depth is 1 plus 1, that's 2. So this is not a red-black tree. In this tree, the root node is red, so that is not possible for a red-black tree. So this is not a red-black tree. In this tree, the root node is black. The external nodes have the same black depth, that is 2, but the red node over here has a red child, that is not possible. So this is not a red-black tree. So in this tree, the root element is black. Every red node has black children. A red node does not have a red child. Each external node has the same black depth. So let us try for this external node. This external node has 1, 2, 3 black depth. For this external node, there is 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 black depth. Let's try for another one. Over here, this one. This also has 1, 2, 3. So 3 black depth. So yes, it follows all the properties of a red-black tree. So this is a red-black tree. So now let us discuss about the performance of red-black trees. The searching of an element takes big O of log n because this is a perfectly balanced binary search tree. So for every search iteration, the size of the iterating space gets reduced by half. So the searching of an element takes big O of log n time complexity. The insertion and deletion of an element also take big O of log n time complexity. We will be looking about the insertion part after this. So insertion. Let us take this red-black tree and let us say that our task is to insert this 5, a node with data 5 into this red-black tree. So that is only written over here, that let us consider a node X with the data of 5 to be inserted over here. Now, according to the first rule, if the tree is empty, that is, the tree is not yet formed, it is null, then make this node X black and push it to the tree. So if there is just a tree with a black node, then that is the root node and it follows all the properties of a red-black tree. Now if it is not the tree is not null, then what we have to do, we have to put this 5 in its proper position. The proper position would be the left over here, the left of 7, because 5 is less than 11, then 5 is less than 7, so it would come over here. So it would be inserted here and the color would be set to red. So after setting the color to red, this is the tree we get. So now the value over here is inserted, but there is a problem. This red node has a red child, which is a problem. Now this condition is called a double red condition. A red node cannot have a red child, but over here there is. So we have to fix this. Now fixing this has a recoloring algorithm that we will cover. This is called the double red recoloring. Now this was the node we inserted, 5. So we label these nodes as X, Y and Z and S. Now if X is the person we are concerned about, Y is the father of X and Z is the grandfather of X. Now what is S? In relation, if we see, S is the sibling of Y, so S would be the uncle of X. So we are concerned about this uncle. Now based on the color of this uncle, we will divide the case into two parts, when this uncle is black and when this uncle is red. So for the first case, when the uncle is black, we will relabel the nodes XYZ to ABC. So this XYZ would become A, B and C, and then we will replace the original Z with B and make A and C its children. So what we will do, we will replace this node with this node, and we will keep the in-order relations intact. That is, these in-order relations would be kept intact. Like these would not be affected. The reordering would be done over here. This would be the this would be replaced with this, and then this and this would be its children. So 7 would come over here, 5 would be its left child, and 11 would be its right child, like this. Okay, so let us consider the second case when the uncle is red. So in this example, let us consider that the uncle was red. Let me just write R over here to signify that this node was red. So now this is the double red condition that we have reached, and we have to fix this. So for fixing this, this algorithm says that we have to recolor the two levels with respect to X, these two levels with respect to X. We have to recolor this level to be black. So this becomes black instead of red, and this level becomes red. So this becomes red. And now we have to check about the parent of Z. Let's say the parent of Z was red. If the parent of Z was red, this is again a double red condition that we have reached. So now we have to fix that double red condition, repeating the entire algorithm once again to fix this double red as if it were a double red like this case. So this would become X, and then it would become Y, and then Z, and then S, and we would repeat the entire thing over again. So now let us see with an example. Let's say our task is to insert 89 to this tree. So according to the binary search tree, 89 should be placed over here because it is greater than 10, greater than 42, greater than 64, greater than 83, so it would be placed over here. So since this tree is not empty, 89 is placed over here and is colored red. So this is 89 we have inserted. So now let us look carefully. So this is a double red condition we have reached. So we have to follow this algorithm. We have to relabel the nodes X, Y, Z. Let's label them X, Y, Z, and this is the uncle of S, uncle of X, S. So we have to check about the color of S. The color of S is red. So it is the second case. According to the second case, we have to recolor these two levels. So let us recolor them. Let me get black. Yeah. So this becomes black, this becomes black, and this becomes red. this becomes red. So this double red condition has been taken care of, but the parent of this red is also a red, so we have to fix this double red condition over again. So this becomes my new x, this becomes my new y, this becomes my new z, and this becomes my new s. So s is the uncle of x, this x, and we have to do the process over again. So after fixing this double red condition, we reach this step where this is the double red condition we reach, and then we have to fix this also. So this is the uncle of x. The uncle of x is black, so this is the case 1 when the uncle of x is black. So we have to relabel these nodes to a, b, c. So we are just gonna relabel them to a, b, c, and according to the algorithm, this node comes in this place. So 42 comes over here, 42 becomes the root node. It becomes black because it is getting replaced with this node, so this becomes black. This becomes red, and these two nodes become the children of this node. So let us see the final tree. So this is getting replaced in tens place. A and C become the children of B. A and C become the children of B, and the rest of the tree is not altered. Like the left of Z was this subtree, so that remains. A takes the place of, and this 10 takes the place of this 42. So this child subtree of 42 becomes the child subtree of 10. So this tree comes in this place, and 42, the child of 42 was 64, and this was the subtree attached to it, and so that is the thing that is over here. That is the child of 42 is 64, and this is the subtree that is attached to it. So now we have achieved a perfect red black tree, which was self balanced because we just inserted the 89 and the balancing took place all by itself. And let us see the black depth. The black depth is 2 in both the left and the right subtrees, and so this is a perfectly red black tree. So the insertion is complete. So the insertion move took only log n times time complexity. Now since 89 was initially inserted to the right subtree of the entire tree, only the right subtree was affected. We did not recolor the left, we just had to do recoloring for the right. So that is half of the entire tree. So for each level it is like that. We have to recolor only half of it. So for every depth, the recoloring part of the tree gets reduced by half, by half, by half. So the insertion step takes log n time complexity. I hope that I was clear and I was able to explain red black tree insertion to you. Thank you.